Nolan Catholic High School in Fort Worth was the site for a Class 2A TAPPS state semifinal matchup between the Boerne Geneva Eagles and the Beren Academy Stars of Houston. Beren Academy is a Jewish Orthodox school forced by their own faith to play at 1 p.m. on Friday, March 1st of 2013 to avoid playing on the Sabbath, which begins Friday at dusk to sundown Saturday. What transpired was simply amazing and almost a repeat of the year before when the Stars were glowing worldwide for forcing TAPPS to reschedule their games to avoid controversy. Beren Academy defeated Dallas Covenant Christian before falling in the state title game to Abilene Christian last year. So with the Stars aligned again for another Final Four appearance, would the outside pressure get to them?
You don't really feel the outside pressure during the games or anything like that. We try to keep our heads down and just play and not to get distracted with anything like that. So, no, I don't feel any of the outside pressure like that, no.
It's weird playing during the day like this, but we had a big crowd support, so that made it good.
Not as much drama this time around since TAPPS changed the rules in October, allowing schools to reschedule for religious reasons. The only unforeseen problem this year could be perhaps an extremely long game, like 5 or 6 hours. That couldn't happen, could it? Beren Academy had trouble offensively in the first half. Quite a few turnovers, missed shots, but the Stars' defense kept them in the game. Boerne Geneva started clicking offensively as junior forward Jake Martin scores down low for the Eagles off the nice bounce pass from Logan Ward. Boerne Geneva's senior guard Christopher Buddy manages to steal the ball away from Zach Yoshore and dishes it to Nick Thornton, and the senior guard lays it in artistically for 2. Then just before the half, Thornton hits the fadeaway jumper for a 3-point lead, 26-23 Boerne Geneva. Albert Katz heaves the ball across the court, but it falls short. Eagles by 3 at the break. Yoshore starts going to work for Beren Academy in the third quarter. If at first you don't succeed, try again. The putback finally goes. Boerne Geneva head coach Jeff Cruz had to like what he saw out of his guard play. Jake Martin pulls up and hits the shot, 28-25 Geneva, with just inside 5 minutes to play in the third quarter. Yoshore was the go-to guy for the Stars. Check out the jumper. Beren down 1, 28-27.
Mostly when Zach Yoshore was going, it was working for us. We're trying to get Zach the ball, obviously. I mean, he's an excellent player. He's somebody who will play at the next level. And, so once we got him the ball, basically it was kind of put him in situations where he can make good reads and be as successful as he could be.
But back comes Geneva. Junior guard Cade Leader with the nice bounce pass inside to Nolan Townsend, and watch the senior score 3 the old-fashioned way, the hoop and the harm. Townsend nails the free throws, and the Eagles were up 4, 31-27 midway through the third quarter. Yanni Schiff is a great shooter, but the junior forward is slightly off target here. But Drayton Ratcliffe is there to put it back off the glass for the rebound and 2. Stars down 5. Midway through the fourth quarter now, and watch the dribble penetration and the passing abilities for Beren Academy. Katz with a nice dish to Ratcliffe, and it's a 2-point game. To the final minute of regulation, game tied, and Beren's Yoshore is open for 2 more as the Stars took their first lead in a while, 39-37 with exactly 52 seconds to play. After Geneva tied the game at 39, Beren Academy would settle for one last shot before regulation. Yoshore on the dribble gives it up to number 3, Albert Katz, who looks for an open man only to get it back and miss a short-range bank shot. To overtime we go, tied at 39. A missed opportunity, but still plenty of daylight for more basketball, right? Katz would quickly make amends in the first overtime as he darts into the lane and lays it up for 2, 41-39 Beren Academy. Then it's Katz again as he works in close for 2 more. The layup makes it 43-39 Stars with 1:15 to play in the first overtime. Back comes Geneva as Nick Thornton picks up a loose ball as he steals and scores the bucket, and the Eagles were down 1, 44-43. Following a Beren free throw, Thornton decides to go coast to coast, dribbling through traffic, and he lays it in for 2 to tie the game at 45 with 8 seconds left in the first overtime. Closing seconds now, and Yoshore puts up the shot. It's no good, so we go to double overtime, tied at 45. Yoshore goes to work in the second extra frame as his shot is off target, but Drayton Ratcliffe is there to clean it up for the first bucket of the second OT. On the other end of the floor, Zachary Jones picks up Geneva. The shot from inside the paint is up and good. So exactly who was keeping up with the Jones? Well, Zachary works his way to another close-range basket. Closing seconds of the second OT, game tied at 49, and Thornton appears to be online for the game winner, but it's in and out, no good, so we go to triple overtime. In the third frame, it's Yoshur on the dribble. He has the ball stripped away by Thornton, who then goes coast to coast for the layup. Geneva up 2. Yoshur and Katz make some huge free throws in the third overtime to give the Stars the lead, but Geneva would not go away. Jones, working hard under the basket, gets the bucket and the foul. Jones missed 2 free throws, leaving the door open as Beren Academy came back down the floor. Yoshur shot, no good, but there was Ratcliffe for the rebound as he was fouled. He made the first free throw, but missed the second. Now Jones was fouled on the play, but this time he made both free throws for a 3-point lead, and Beren Academy is going to need a miracle shot to force a fourth overtime. Ratcliffe inbounded the ball, and the Stars got it quickly to Katz, who found Yanni Schiff, who appeared to just heave the ball up from behind the 3-point line, but check it out as it goes, all net. Game tied, and we were headed to quadruple overtime, 56 all. Wow.
When I let it go, I knew right away it had a shot. I mean, I knew I wasn't completely off, and felt like the ball was in the air forever, and I just was hoping it was going to go in, and it ended up going in.
We just had to push the ball and get people to spot up, and we kind of got in trouble and couldn't find anybody, and Yoni popped up into an open spot and hit the shot.
We pushed him out a little further. We kind of got there a little bit late, but he knocked it down. That's a big shot.
So we go to the fourth overtime, or 8th period, if you will. Still daylight, but the game was now approaching evening quickly.
We definitely had the momentum then, but we knew we still had work to get done.
Nice behind-the-back dribble by Thornton, but his shot needed a little help. That's where Nolan Townsend gave it a little hand. The tip in put the Eagles up 4, 60-56. Yoshur had the answer on the other end with this long-range 3 to cut it to 60-59. But back came Geneva, and it was time to work it back down low to Jones, who scored with 1:39 to play, giving the Eagles a 62-59 lead. Geneva would increase their lead to 64-59 as Townsend drives and is fouled. The field goal did not count, but he did sink both free throws as Geneva had a 5-point lead. But back came Beren Academy. Yanni Schiff again for 3. Wow, talk about clutch. Then, following a defensive stand, the Stars put the ball back in the hands of their big man, and Yoshur not only scored the bucket, but he was fouled, sinking the free throw to give Beren Academy a 65-64 lead with under a minute to play in the fourth overtime. Now with just under 20 seconds to go, Geneva forces a turnover. Check out the shot from the baseline by Thornton, giving the Eagles a 66-65 lead. But Beren had the answer from the charity stripe as Yoshur was fouled, sank both free throws for a 67-66 Stars lead. Time winding down inside 10 seconds, and it's Thornton again, weaving his way through traffic for the go-ahead shot, 68-67. Beren Academy did not waste any time. Forget the timeout. It was showtime. Clock winding down on the Stars. Andy Katz with the pass inside to Ratcliffe, but the horn sounds as the ball bounces out. Boerne Geneva wins it, 68-67. It was still daylight, by the way, outside. No rescheduling for Saturday.
Honestly, both teams showed fight. A no quit attitude. We're down first overtime. We come back tied up. Second overtime, we're down again. We come back tied up. Third overtime, I think we're ahead. They come back tied up. And then fourth overtime, it was just a battle back and forth. They didn't want to quit and lose it. We didn't want to quit and lose it. I told our kids, I said, we left our heart on the floor. It came down to that.
It was like 2 games. Ridiculously crazy. Our fans got us through it. That was the ebb and flow, I mean.
It was exhausting, definitely. I'd never been in a game that long. It's just real up and down, emotionally taxing on you because I thought we were going to win about twice, and they came back big at the end, so it was really tough. I'm glad that we got the W at the end.
Now, believe it or not, Robert Beren Academy out of Houston has actually played in a quadruple overtime game before, and it happened this season.
Actually, this is our second quadruple overtime game this year. We had one earlier in the season in the tournament at our school. So I mean, we won in overtime last game. So I mean, we're a team that if we get down or if we get up, just play.
We've prided ourselves on having that fight in us and just playing until the very end. And to get here, we played an overtime game. So we're no stranger to extra basketball, and we battled as hard as we could, and I told them at the end of the day, that's all you can do.
We have a lot of heart. It hurts, but we're proud of what we did. Going to the Final Four back-to-back years is pretty. Coach keeps saying it's impressive, so I'm gonna agree with him. I mean, I love this team, and they're like my brothers, and I'd do anything for them.
The seniors that we have led us all year, our best players, they're unbelievable. They played so hard. I just can't put it in words. I'm so proud of them, I'm so proud of the whole team. And I'm so thankful that we have the best coach in Coach Cole.
In Fort Worth at the TAPPS State Semifinals, Jeff Power, Max Prep Sports, your leader in online sports content.